Life and work. These are probably the two most important parts of everyone's life. Your life includes you, your family, and your friends, while your work covers every other external aspect of how you strive to make ends meet. But as important as these two parts are, they are not so good at playing hand in hand. Work is an empty part of life, and life is the enemy of work. Technically, not physical enemies, but the moment you prioritize one, you will definitely feel the effect with the other. However, it is very possible to work and live without compromising on any. This is the work-life balance, and it is one of those things that everyone lacks greatly at. Balance between your work and your personal life is the equilibrium that occurs when you prioritize your work equally with the prioritization of your life. By perfectly attaining work-life balance, you will feel much happier while experiencing a greater sense of well-being. So how exactly do you balance work and life? Well, let's find out. Welcome to Thriven Authority, and in today's video, we'll be touching on proven tips that when properly implemented can help you give equal attention to your life and your work. Ready to know what these tips are? Then why not subscribe if you haven't, give the video a thumbs up, and let's get started. Tip number 1. Start by knowing that there's no perfect work-life balance. I know you are already feeling confused as to what this video is all about in the first place. I mean, why say there isn't a perfect work-life balance when you claim there's a way to balance work and life? Well, the problem lies in the perfectionism. So many tend to prioritize perfectionism that they fail to achieve what they truly want. The tips in this video will help you attain life and work balance, but you should know that everything is a phase, and you might fail along the line. Don't beat yourself up when you do. Just learn from the errors and make a fix. In fact, Heather Monahan, a career mentor and founder of the Boston Heels, says that it is important to remain fluid and regularly view where you are now with your goals and priorities. Don't be all about creating the perfect schedule. Just aim for a realistic one. Some days you might need to be all about work, while some might provide more time for you to chase after your hobbies. Balance is something that comes over time and not in a day. By understanding this, you will become happier, feel fulfilled, and have control over your time, and excellently balance your life. Tip number 2. Avoid telecommuting. Telecommuting is what we refer to as remote work, the future state of work in which employees don't have to go through the stress of traveling to a central workplace like an office building or a warehouse. Put in simpler terms, this is the process of working from anywhere in the world. Being able to work from anywhere sounds awesome, so why shouldn't you do it? Well, if you're really hoping to balance your life and work, then you need to learn to let something find their place. When you start working from home all the time, maybe even working from your bed, it becomes very hard to separate the two. A research conducted by sociologists from the University of Iowa and the University of Texas showed that those who work from home end up expending longer hours on work than people who go to an office environment. This is because you tend to feel more pressure to work just more and a little more until you miss out on other life stuff. By avoiding telecommuting, you reduce disruptions in your home, you get to spend more time with yourself and those you love. Tip number 3. Try focusing on one task at a time. Everyone wants to be productive, and it's okay to want that, but you shouldn't put too much of yourself into work that you try to execute several operations at a time. It is important to do one thing and do it well. Be productive one step at a time. In any situation, try to stay focused on what's in front of you. Don't divide your attention between other tasks. By dividing your attention, you lose focus, and you waste more time trying to regain that focus. In fact, Harvard Business Review confirms that it takes over 15 minutes for your mind to get back to focus on what it had been distracted from. When you waste time trying to shuffle between several tasks at once, you end up spending more time on work, and this creates a problem with your personal life. You become stressed and tired. By focusing on just one task, you feel much relief, greater sense of control, and gain more time to do other life activities. Tip number 4. Learn how to say no sometimes. So, your colleague comes to you. Hey man, can you help me out with these files? Just a few of them. I need to meet with this girl and I really need this. You know I do. then you say, "Yes, of course. Go get her." Sure, that's nice of you, but your boss comes again and asks if you can work late tonight, and you say, "Sure, why not?" I'm guessing you're noticing the pattern. You most likely would want to please your mates and superiors, but sometimes you need to learn to say no. Remember, you need to take your kids out to dinner. Don't think that'll be a weak excuse, because your work-life balance is important to you. Then you will know how to avoid overworking. You could try putting things on your calendar and setting a reminder for them. 2016 scientific research published in the Journal of Applied Social Psychology also confirms that putting things on your calendar can make it easier to say no to other incoming requests. Saying no sometimes will make your life and work stay perfectly balanced. Tip number 5. Reduce the number of meetings. Whether you're a CEO of a company, an employee, or you just freelance, in order to maintain balance between your work and your life, you need to cut down on the number of meetings you attend. Meetings in workplaces aren't just about the productivity alone. In fact, there are many times that we've all somehow found ourselves in a long, unproductive, and unnecessary meeting. Research by Atlassian also confirms this, affirming that people waste an average of 31 hours a month on unproductive meetings. By reducing the number of meetings you attend only to the necessary ones, you will get more time that you can use on something else. Tip number 6. Learn to know when to quit. To put this last tip in a proper sentence, you should set an alarm and go to bed when the alarm rings. Most people have the problem of bringing their work home. Sure, you've met up with other parts of life you need to handle, and now you have free time to spend on work. It's okay. We know the assignment might be very important, but not as important as your life. Learn to know when to stop working and go to sleep. Sleep is important, but we all take it for granted. The CDC even confirms that 1 in 3 Americans are sleep deprived. The lack of enough sleep can lead to stress, weakness, and decreased performance. Try setting an alarm 20 minutes to your bedtime. Once the alarm goes off, pack up your work and go to sleep. By setting an alarm to prepare for bed, you increase your chances of a better life with an awesome good night's sleep. And that's it. Apply these tips to your life and work will slowly come up to equilibrium. But there's still more. Why not give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications bell, and check out our other videos for more helpful tips. Peace.